Hey everybody, happy Halloween. Now I've had a few different jobs over the years. I've helped out my parents at their auto shop business. I've worked in radio marketing. I've done voiceover. I've done comedy. I've done some stand-in work, done some acting, done a whole bunch of stuff. But by far, my favorite job that I've ever had was working at a haunted house. That's right. I got paid money to scare children. Something I'd be doing anyway. You know what they say? Do what you love and you never have to work a day in your life. Too bad they don't have haunted houses year-round. So to say that I've worked at haunted houses over the years is a little misleading because you can only do it around Halloween. But I've worked at 3 over the years, and I was really only supposed to be paid for 1. 2 of them were college things that different clubs were putting on, and they were really fun, and I honestly had a good time doing it, but there was no pay involved. And the last one was after I got out of college, and it was in a bowling alley parking lot. And I got up with this guy through Craigslist, and he said, hey, we're going to be putting on a haunted house. If anybody's interested, contact me. I got up with him, did the show. I think it ran for a couple weeks. I was doing it on the weekends, and I went to cash the check, and the check bounced. I got to tell you, as an adult, there's nothing scarier than a bounced check. But really, I never heard from that guy again. Never did get that money. But I did have a lot of fun doing it. There's some weird camaraderie with all the weirdos and misfits that work in haunted houses that you all come together over time as you scare these snot-nosed kids. But it's such a fun thing to do. So the first haunted house that I worked at, I wore a clown mask. And it was in the woods around my college. And I'm 6'4". At the time, I was very skinny, a little too skinny. I was very lanky and odd looking. And just being 6'4", I know I scare people in general. So it's good to harness that energy into something productive. The next year, I was a burn victim. I actually did this thing on Halloween where I dressed up as Walter White. And halfway through the day after I got lunch with my friends, I shaved my head to be post-cancer Walter White. And I thought it was going to be this really cool thing. I was a freshman in college. I was like, oh man, everybody's going to think I'm so cool. Nope, still just a dork. And then the third time that I was in a haunted house, the bowling alley, I was also a clown. But I had a beard at this time, and I wasn't willing to shave my beard for the role. But I think the clown makeup and the wig and dimly lit areas, I think it did the trick just fine. You hear a lot of stories about people trying to act tough around their girlfriends or whatever at haunted houses, but no one's ever taken a swing at me over the years, and I don't know why that is. Maybe it is because I'm 6'4", but to be honest, they could probably do some damage. I've never been in a fight before. I don't think anyone ever thinks when they're going through a haunted house and they see a guy with a chainsaw or a clown running around scaring people. None of them look at them and go, that guy's a pussy. I bet you I could take him. A couple of stories out of that last one. There was this big, biker looking dude who had a kid with him. I assume it was his kid. They were going through the haunted house and they got to my part. I had kind of a blind corner where I could scare people. There was a hallway leading up to my area, and I could see through this wall right here as people would come around this corner, and I could jump out and really take them by surprise. And I saw this dude coming. I'm like, that is a huge dude. And I jump out and I scare him, and I had this thing where I'd be like, what's your name? And he went, Dog. And I'm like, that's a name people get in prison. And he goes, mm-hmm. And he kind of ushers the kid in front. And he began to chuckle like some type of methed out Santa Claus as I tortured this kid into tears. And I would feel worse, but it was Halloween, so it's all in the Halloween spirit. There was another group of young kids, like less than 13, probably around 10. And they all came as a group, and they were all boys, and they were all friends, and they were acting tough, and they're like, oh, I'm not going to get scared. And I cornered them into an area and just scared, probably about 15 seconds, just, like Shrek trying to scare the magical beings out of his swamp. And I had my fun, and I was like, all right, you can go now. And they could not move. And we had to get the other clowns in the area to try to usher them away, but that was just making things worse. Because there's no, safety clown that looks kind of normal that comes through and ushers everybody out. No, it's just there's the clown with the chainsaw. There's the tall, lanky clown. That was me. There's the little person clown. There's the clown with the messed up teeth. And we're all just normal people under the makeup. And we're like, no, it's okay. You can come through. No, you can keep going. And they just continued to scream until an usher like a ticket taker came through and took them out. And that's the most fun I've ever had at a job. If you've ever thought about doing it, I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. The best part, if it's like that last one that I did, you get a whole bunch of free expired Coca-Cola. And if you want to say something nice like, oh, you're not that scary, don't take this away from me. This is the only thing that I have. And I know other people think I look scary because I got to be a stand-in for Swamp Thing. Check that video out here. So this coming Halloween, be sure to scare responsibly. Don't drink and scare, wear a mask, and if you're going to scare kids, make sure the parents are cool with it. You can get in a lot of trouble. Thanks for watching.